Hey, hoops heads! Ever feel like the game behind the game is more intense than what happens on the court? We're diving deep into a story that's got WNBA fans buzzing. Angel Reese's Chicago Sky facing a free agency disaster. Was it the Clark effect that ruined it all? It's about more than just one team or one player. It's about legacy, expectations, and the brutal realities of building a winning program. But first, this is what the video is about. But that's just the surface. We're going way beyond that, uncovering the uncomfortable truths about the WNBA, the shadow of the NCAA, and what it really takes to build a dynasty. Get ready, because some of what you hear might sting. Let's be real, the NCAA Women's Tournament has exploded in popularity. Caitlin Clark, a bona fide icon. Angel Reese, a household name. These players aren't just athletes. They're brands drawing massive TV ratings and filling arenas. But here's the paradox, that instant excitement hasn't fully translated to the WNBA. Why? Because the NCAA has a grip on the sports fans, and they choose who and what they want to see, no matter who gets drafted. Most times, the legacy built in the NCAA is way more appealing than what a draftee can create in the WNBA. Let's face it, the transition from college superstar to WNBA success isn't always smooth. Now, I'm not saying the WNBA is failing, but there's a serious disconnect. The league needs to figure out how to capture that in some magic and translate it to a sustainable, year-round product. And that might mean facing some uncomfortable truths about marketability and star power. Enter Angel Reese, fresh off her LSU championship. Brimming with confidence, she declared Chicago would be a powerhouse. She talked about the city, the market, the potential. As she said on her podcast, she thought she would be getting yeses than nos, and that is not the case. But free agency hit, and cricket's top free agents didn't just say no to Chicago, they ran towards established contenders. Kelsey Plum to the Sparks, Jewel Lloyd to the Aces, Alyssa Thomas sticking with the Mercury. Ouch, that's gotta sting. Was it Chicago's front office situation? Was it the team's lack of recent success? Or was it something else entirely? Was it Angel? Let's address the elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. Her arrival in the WNBA has been a tidal wave, bringing unprecedented attention and viewership. Now, some might argue that the free agents were all flocking to play with Caitlin in Indiana. Others might be jealous and not want to play with Caitlin in Indiana. The truth is, this league is already at the peak of saturation, and the audience has already picked who they want to follow. I am not saying it is the Clark effect, because she is the only one, but it surely helps the numbers. But here's where it gets tricky. Is it fair to put the entire burden of the WNBA's success on Caitlin's shoulders? Absolutely not. And is it fair to blame Angel Reese for Chicago's free agency woes? Probably not entirely. This league is built off of its legacy, and that is something very difficult to change. But it is all about the bigger picture. Let's be brutally honest, Chicago has problems. Their facilities are subpar. Their front office has been a revolving door. They haven't had sustained success in years. You can't just slap a superstar on a broken foundation and expect miracles. Angel Reese is not the problem, rather the WNBA team's legacy and lack of commitment. It takes investment, stability, and a clear vision to attract top talent. Then there's the Kennedy Carter situation, letting their leading scorer walk. That sends a terrible message to potential free agents. As sources have stated before, the team culture caters to a few players. The WNBA needs to ensure they have a team-first mentality, but how do you make all that happen? Chemistry matters, leadership matters, and right now, there are questions about both in Chicago. You can't build a winning team on talent alone. You need players who are willing to sacrifice, to buy into a system, to support each other. And you need a coach who can foster that environment. Let's talk numbers. This is where the rubber meets the road. Are people tuning in to see Angel Reese? Are they filling the arenas? The data tells a story, and it's not exactly a fairy tale. If the media hype does not equate to revenue, then what are we talking about? No matter how high the ratings or the attendance, are ticket sales going up? If not, it does not matter. I'm not trying to tear anyone down here. I'm simply pointing out the reality. Star power is earned, not declared. And right now, Caitlin Clark is driving the bus when it comes to WNBA viewership. Speaking of star power, let's talk about Unrivaled. It had potential to give the sport fans what they were looking for, but as the numbers came out, were they? How are you supposed to sell that? It is a side project for the big names, but is it what we all wanted? Look, the idea was solid, but the execution fell flat and the numbers prove it. To call it a game changer is a massive overstatement. Now, of course it takes time for a project to reach its full potential, but are the right steps being taken? The most important aspect of a sporting league is how it is viewed as a brand. Is it reputable? Is it respected? Does the audience actually want to view it? That is what is most important. So what does it really take to build a WNBA dynasty? It's not about one player. It's about a combination of factors: smart front office decisions, elite facilities, a winning culture, strong coaching. That is what matters the most. The WNBA needs to focus on building sustainable franchises, not just relying on individual stars to carry the load. And that means investing in the things that truly matter: the players, the facilities, and the community. So where does this leave Angel Reese? She's at a crossroads. She can either rise to the occasion and prove she's a franchise player, or she can fade into the background. In my opinion, no matter what the outcome, she cannot let all the media and fame go to her head. The WNBA has a habit of being a great starter for these stars, but where do the legacies go? What can we expect? No matter what happens, I hope that the WNBA works out, but these are my concerns. This season is huge for her. She needs to silence the critics, elevate her game, and show that she can lead a team. The pressure is on, and frankly, I'm excited to see how she responds. But this isn't just about Angel anymore. The Chicago Sky's free agency disaster is a wake-up call for the entire WNBA. The league needs to address its systemic issues, invest in its infrastructure, and create a sustainable model for long-term success. And so legacies are nice, but it doesn't mean anything if it does not turn to wins. The future of the WNBA depends on it. It's time for the league to step up, embrace change, and create a product that truly reflects the talent, the passion, and the potential of women's basketball. Let's get into some real-world stories here. Becky Hammon has done all she can to get people to watch her game, and the Aces have a built-in fan base due to their location, but she cannot rely on that. It is up to her to keep the success going, and that is why she had a youth camp this week for her to continue to grow the game, just like when she played in the WNBA. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss out. Click the video on the screen. See you.